So welcome into I don't even know. I'm gonna say season two because essentially this is we're in season two now. A lot of the videos, unfortunately, I have not been able to edit. Well, we will be talking. I know I'm wearing a football jersey because football season's right around the corner. We might cover some football. We might not. As you can see, I'm repping my CUSA UNT jersey that I spent I think $100 on. I think you were with me when I bought it.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were like, dude, why are you buying this? I'm like, because I'm never gonna buy another. I like jerseys. I don't know. I have a huge jersey collection, but we'll be covering basketball mostly, but we'll kind of jump in and out of different topics. And so first off, the biggest thing I want to talk about, I know we talked about it earlier on the phone. Klay Thompson signs a huge contract. Um, if you want to call it huge, you can, but a big contract with the Mavericks. Um, Trey, your thoughts on that?
It's a big signing for us. It's just it adds another scorer on the team, especially like and another two-way player on the team as well. Because we need in the finals, if Clay was on the team, we probably would have been more competitive with Boston. I don't know if we would have won it, but it would have been more competitive because like we were bricking threes left and right against Boston. So adding Clay to our offense and defense adds another layer, like scoring layer to
Yeah,
our
yeah.
offense.
No, dude, I agree.
Like,
I
think
think
about it. Luka and Kyrie, playmakers, and then like leave Clay wide open because if you double Luka, Clay gonna be wide open in the corner, and
yeah.
that's like butter for him. So it adds another layer to our offense. So that's like it's kind of leads up to like what Jason Kidd's gonna do with the offense. So I was like, oh, so what he's gonna like tweak in our offense since Clay's gonna be on it.
Mhm.
So like I know like the ISO ball and like Clay standing around might not be the fans liking, but like Clay can move around and like even Luca likes to play off the ball too. So like and he can cut and whenever ball moving in motion, that's like that's Dallas Mavericks basketball, and
Yeah.
that's the best basketball for us, and
Yeah,
it's hopefully that can be success for us in the
yeah,
next season.
yeah. No, I agree. 3 years, $50 million deal. He actually, I think you know this. He had four other contract offers with more money from other teams. I know the
Mm-hmm.
Lakers, the Lakers offered him more. I think they offered him over upwards of like 60, 70 million. Um, I believe let's see, the Nets offered him 4 years at 75 million a year.
Yeah, I won't go to the Knicks. No, not the Nets either. Nah, I don't
I
blame him.
The Knicks heavily pursued him as well. I think that him going to the Mavericks shows a lot of, it shows a lot of trust in him as a player to be like, okay, I know the Mavericks are close. I can be that guy to hopefully push them over the top. The question now is you add another player who's more offensive side, but he has some defensive upside, but hasn't been really the same since his injury.
Yeah, that's the part everyone's been like talking about, like how's like his defense still, even though he's 34 now. He's still like he can still play defense, but not like defense to like his pre-injury self. But like now he's about older in age. He's 34. I mean, about to hit 35 next year. We just gotta hope like his body like maintains to like his ability to play
Yeah.
to his to his potential and
Yeah, for
like
sure.
just
No, I mean, listen, I think it's a good sign, but it doesn't really matter right come regular season because it could be a great regular season for you guys and you guys could be the number one seed and which is great, but then you get to the playoffs and you get to an elimination game. We all know he's got the 0 and 10 in never forget he shot 0 and 10 in an elimination
yeah,
game.
yeah, he's not gonna live off that. It's
No,
just
he's never going to. Does he have a finals MVP? I don't think he does.
oh,
Oh yeah,
it's just
because it went to KD, went to because one year went to KD, one year went to Steph.
no 2 years went to KD, and then
Yeah.
in 2015 it should have gone to Steph, but it went to Andre Iguodala for some reason, and
Oh
then
yeah.
2022 it came to Steph.
Yeah, I remember that. And then yeah, okay, okay, that makes sense. I think Clay, if he wins a championship with Dallas, the way I look at it is that he will be considered one of the greats because he's won 5 championships. And
Yeah,
the reason I know that's kind of a hot take, but the reason I say it is because it shows that he can win outside of Steph
Out, yeah,
and
outside
Kerr
of
and Steve Kerr. Because that's what a lot of people would say about Michael. That's a lot can say about Michael. It's like, oh, he couldn't win outside of Scotty and his
Rodman.
and yeah, Rodman,
I mean, he won
Phil
before Rodman.
Jackson.
There's
He
no like,
won three without Rodman, yes, but he could win
yeah,
without Phil Jackson. And I think that I know people will say LeBron's better than my take on the GOAT argument is that if you take out the stats and you take out the championships and you take out everything, they're just two players. And they're two players on a random park in Texas and they're battling it out. The reason I think LeBron wins, I mean not LeBron, MJ wins this is because MJ gets mad. The second you score on him, he gets pissed. Whereas LeBron is more
like all right, he scored on me. Let's like you try that again.
yeah,
See what
exactly. Like you he
type of mentality.
that's where Kobe said his mentality came from was MJ because those guys take that stuff personal and they're like, I don't, you can score me once, it's not happening again. Like it's like I think Scotty said it best. He said, when you have to tell yourself that you're the best player in the world, then you're not the best player. Michael never had to say he was the best player. People just knew he was. And when it comes down to it, the stats don't lie. The championships don't lie. Now, if LeBron were to win another actual
Then
championship,
that
not
changes
an
the
in-season
argument.
tournament, no, not in-season tournament. I don't think those
Oh
two.
yeah, I know that don't count.
But
To me, that doesn't count as a championship.
you see him
Other
count that.
people might
He
say
counts
that
that.
championship, but that's not really a championship.
Yeah, no, he counts that. He's like, yeah, it counts. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's just a contrived way for the NBA to make money.
Pretty much.
And then
And it's
the one thing I will say about the the entire season this year is the Mavericks should be realistically they should be second or third seed this year.
yep.
Realistically. And I'm not putting the Timberwolves at first seed. I just can't.
No,
Because
it's
this
gonna.
season, yeah, the season was good, but it's like, can they keep it up? Ant's going to turn into the modern day LeBron. He can't carry a team. Gobert and Cat are good. They showed they're finally that trade finally pays off 3 years later. That
And,
trade, dude. I remember that trade. I remember where I was in that trade. We were
oh
in the
yeah, I was. I remember where I was at.
we were in the I think we
I
were
was
at the
driving home
NTT.
there, and I was like, "What do you mean Rudy Gobert got traded?" And I was
Yeah,
like,
I was
"Actually,
at the
did."
NTTV. I was at the NTTV office. No, I was at. It happened late at the day, and the next day we go to the NTTV office, and we're like, I showed you. No, I was. We were sitting at a table because we went in the, we went. For those that don't know, in the morning, me and Trey would go sit with our friends, Trey, other Trey, Jeremiah, and Drew, and you guys kind of all came around me. And were like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, what? I'm like, what happened? I'm like, oh, the Gobert trade. Yeah. We don't talk about that. And and I realized what they given up, and I was like, we just leveraged half our future. But granted, so far none of the players we given up have been good. So that's all I care about. None of the picks or prospects we gave up have been good. So I'll take that. But whatever.
Yes, that's what I don't like about trades. Like, as long as we've been talking about trading Maxi Kleber and Omax Olivia Omax Prosper.
Maxi needs to f off, dude. He needs to go to China. Like he. You know what he reminds me of?
Who reminds you of?
He reminds me of Tristan Tom. He reminds me of Tristan Thompson. He's just there. No one remembers who he. Yeah, exactly. But you can't deny it because it's like he's just there. He's just a body. Like Maxi and Tristan play like kind of the same game. Like there's comparable players. Like they both suck.
No, because like that's why we signed Najee Marshall because like he can take care of the power forward position, and then we got Quentin Grimes.
Well, did you saw Pat Beverly signed? I think overseas, right?
Yeah, and actually,
Well,
you're gonna be ready for that too.
well, I thought it was weird for Pat Bev to sign overseas because he had offers from other teams, but I think they were more. I know the Cavs offered him I think it was like a 1 year, $5 to $10 million deal, but he turned it down because I think he was offered more money to go overseas. which is fine. Good for him. I think that's where also Pat Bev made his kind of his name was overseas originally. I think because yeah, he was drafted. Yeah, he was drafted, and then he went overseas, and then won. He
But
won
then
like
they
he
came
won
back,
like a Division II dunk contest, and then came back.
and then he was in Houston for a bit,
He
and
kind
then
of made his name in Houston, I'd say.
yeah, he made his name in Houston. Then he went to the Clippers.
Clippers. Then I think he ended up at the Timberwolves at one point. That's when we finally made the postseason. It was I think it was Ant's rookie year when we made the postseason, made the play-in tournament, and I remember because he was stood
It
on the
was the
top.
year after
Oh yeah, because he stood
because
on top of the announce desk.
yeah, it was
I was
yeah.
like, dude, what are you pounding your chest for? We barely made it. We're not gonna go
Oh my
far.
god, it was so fucking hot. I was like, yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
They
dude,
deserve the show. He throws in the
yeah,
crowd.
I'm like, we're not going far. What the hell are you celebrating for?
And but for real though, in 2022, y'all shouldn't be in Memphis. I don't know why y'all lost to. Like y'all shot yourself in the foot so many times.
It
It
was
was
mostly
crazy.
because we collapsed. We for whatever
Inexperienced
reason our
basketball.
defense collapsed. Thank God I like our coach. He's dude, he's defensive
Oh,
minded.
Yeah, Finch. Yeah. He's a great coach.
He's
And
defensive
like that
minded.
was
And
crazy what happened, how he got hurt. And what my thing is, I think he was still coaching, but I think the assistant coach was coaching.
yeah,
So I was like, he was still like in the back, but like he wasn't really like calling the plays out. I think he was trying to call the plays, but it was just the
yeah,
way, how all people don't coach the same, especially
no,
assistant coaches.
no,
So
no.
it's kind of like, what if Finch was not like hurt and he's still like on the court with all the other like Timberwolves players?
Exactly.
We don't know, but it meant the Dallas and Minnesota series probably would have played out differently. Maybe the Denver series probably would have played out differently.
Well,
We don't
I
know.
think I think Denver, if I'm being completely honest with you, Denver straight up choked against us.
Oh yeah, it was a choke job. It was
Because
terrible.
they were up what 3-1 at one point?
No,
I thought they
they
were up 3-1,
took
three
a
games to
3-2
one, and we came
lead.
back or something like
They,
that. No, I think we were up 3 games to one.
no, what happened was y'all took a 2-0 lead.
Oh yeah, we almost blew a 12. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then like
They were up and then they won three in a row. They were up 3-2. We won game
and y'all
six.
won in Minnesota, and then
Yeah.
Denver was up by like 8, 15, 20 points
Mm-hmm.
in
And they
the
blew
second
that.
first half, and then in that third quarter, y'all just went on a run, and everyone was like, "Denver,
Are you
not
okay?
you.
Like, you guys okay? Like,
We good to see you."
even me as a fan, as you can see the Minnesota posters and the Minnesota
Yeah,
North Star stuff in the back. Um, I even as a Minnesota fan, I was like, there's no, I was like concerned. I was like, did we just seriously, we pulled that out? But looking back at it, I was like, I was looking around like, am I being pranked? Like, I for whatever reason was like, this can't be happening. We made the conference finals. Didn't really have a prayer, hope and a prayer because that series to me looked like Ant was carrying. And that's all
yeah,
he was, and that's all he could do. Because Gobert was okay, like, don't get me wrong, but we just ran out of gas. And you
yeah.
guys kind of hit your stride as the games went on. You guys picked it up. Kyrie started shooting better. Lucas shot better. Um, it was a crazy experience for me to like watch these and be like, yeah, listen, I know we talk crap back and forth about the series, but overall it was a fun series. And you guys, even if the Timberwolves had beaten you guys, I would have been like, dude, there's no way we're getting smoked. Any team that was going into Boston was getting smoked. Let's be honest.
Maybe Denver. I don't know.
No, because
Maybe.
I think Denver was the same way that the Timberwolves were. That it was like you had to rely on Jokic carrying, and that's what it was. Like Jokic was the main reason they made it as far as they did. And did he win the
Uh,
MVP? Did he win the MVP again?
yeah, he won MVP this year, and it was crazy. I know. I know. Should have gone to Luca or Shea.
How? How?
Money. It's called
How?
revenue. Revenue. Money.
I just broke
That's
it.
why.
I,
Because it was supposed to go to it like before Embiid got hurt. Embiid was the front runner like throughout like the first couple of months of the season. Then Embiid tore his meniscus, and then he was out for like a couple months. And then with Luka dropping 33, 34 points a game, dang
He
near
he dropped like
double.
30. He dropped 30 after he had a daughter.
Yeah, exactly. And then like, 30, a 34, averaging a 34-point triple double, and like coming in third. I mean, I get this the SGA because like he's good and he's like became first seed All NBA
Well,
player. And I
and
was like,
and,
I
and
get that.
the Writers Association response was so stupid. We understand that Luca probably deserves to be MVP. Unfortunately, uh, his injury cost him. So what?
Um,
I'm still surprised Steve Nash won 2 MVPs. To me,
yes,
that'll
me
always be
too.
like, wow.
That
I think
happened.
I think if I could compare Steve Nash to a player, I would compare him to John Stockton.
I was like, you know what? Actually, that's actually a good comparison. Not
The
gonna lie.
passing ability, the able he's able to shoot the ball when he needs
Good
to.
shooter, yes. Underrated shooter. People
Yes.
don't really talk about his shooting, but because he was a really good shot maker.
Yes. Same thing with that's one guy that I'm happy is coaching is JJ Redick because I want to see how good he is.
I mean, he could
But
be.
how much of it is him coaching? How much of it is a puppet for LeBron?
He's not gonna be a puppet for LeBron. I don't think so. I hope not, but
Every other coach has been.
yeah. Um, I think he's gonna be like that Steve Kerr type of coach.
You
And
better
like,
hope
hey,
so.
yeah, I know. I mean, like Steve Kerr, like he started out good. I mean, I know he was like, I think he was an assistant coach, no, or he was doing like
Something like that.
broadcast analyst. Like, yeah, he was in the back. Like he was just doing his own thing. But like, I think he could be a good head coach. He knows the game. He knows all the sets. I've watched his podcast with LeBron and like how he so like he knows his stuff. As
Yeah.
long as he knows his stuff and like position, like he knows where to put like people like on the court
Yeah.
and know how, like what position players need to be playing in,
Yeah. After
especially AD.
but after
Yeah,
watching the summer league, right? And watching Bronny play, I don't
yeah.
think I hated that when JJ was just like, yeah, I think Bronny could be a starter day one. I'm like, dude, did you not watch how he played? He was more Bronny was averaging, I think, like 5 or 6 points per game, which is not bad for a rookie, but it's not, but when you have
For
the name like
starter,
Bronny James, you're not gonna it's you need to dropping 20, 30. He had some great defensive he had some great defensive plays, I thought.
oh yeah, like that's the upside for him. He's a really good defender. His scoring will come. It's just he's a really good defender. I and like what's crazy, they're throwing in they're throwing Bronny into the fire, which I'm glad they're doing, but like other fans don't realize that. Like guys that play sports understand what Bronny's going through.
Yes.
He's getting thrown to the fire and he's either gonna
Sink
either
or
swim
swim.
in that fire or sink in that fire.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like he's got to learn and grow as a player. And it's like, oh, maybe he will be a rotational player for the Lakers. He's not going to start. That'd be dumb.
Well,
That's like setting him up for failure.
it's
I mean,
LeBron. That's
yeah, I know.
LeBron has
Sometimes,
the
like,
let's be honest, he has the pull to be like, I want him to start.
yeah, LeBron has the keys for the Lakers. Yes, he does. Like, he does have some like say into like who will sign with where and
You remember the chance that the chance of LeBron's gonna trade you? They know.
hmm
They know the rumors and the
that weird 2018-19 season whenever he was on the Lakers and it was just him before AD. And it was crazy. They were a 4th seed and then he got hurt. And then that's when everything went to
yeah.
that's when everything went
Well, I remember
downhill.
he was like playoff mode activated and they went like 3 and
Then when
12.
they lost like 5 straight games, they were like,
Yeah. No, pull the plug. I thought I thought the Lakers did a good job assembling a pretty good cast around him to win the
that year.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that they were bringing in AD, bringing in D'Lo. At first, I thought D'Lo was a good trade because it's D'Lo. It's because I think D'Lo was on the Timberwolves and we traded him to Lakers, and we didn't really get many, but I think we only got like a second and like a protected third or whatever. But it's or no, we got a protected first and unprotected second, which is fine. It's D'Lo. He doesn't score anymore.
as much anymore. He's not like the main option like he
Yeah.
was in Minnesota.
Oh, I
And
remember when we drafted Ant, he was our representative. He like announced the pick of
right,
Ant
that was yeah.
at his house, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then like a year later, we trade him. Like, all right, see you, dude. Like, bye.
He, Russell's good. He's just gotta pick his moments.
You've seen the RDC video. Shout out RDC, but we've seen the RDC videos. It was like, "Where's D'Lo at? Where you at?"
Yeah. And I saw a tweet that Mark was planning on getting all the outfits if Team USA would have lost to Serbia. And I watched that game live. It was terrible. It
It
was
was
like
close. It was
first I was
close.
like,
Well, they should win the final. They're playing France. They should win.
I don't know when they do, but like they should be.
They play on the 11th. No, they play tomorrow. They play tomorrow. Their finals tomorrow, and then the women's final is on the 11th.
Okay, what time? Because I'm gonna be working that.
Let me check because I remember it's the 10th, I believe. Yeah, USA men's basketball. Yeah, they beat Serbia August 10th. Yep, France versus United States, 2:30 p.m.
Okay, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be watching it.
Is that 2:30 p.m. our time or 2:30 p.m. their time?
It better not be their time because if it is,
No, it can't. It cannot be. It cannot be their time. 2:30 their time because that would be like 2 a.m. here.
yeah. So it's gotta be 2:30 there, 2:30 here, and then like 7 o'clock there. It's like prime time.
So they got Victor. They got Wemby. They got Gobert.
And
Um,
what's crazy, Rudy hasn't been like playing as much, so that's why
no.
I was like going back
Well,
to like, are you sure the
he's
Minnesota?
been kind of he's been kind of injured. I think they got Strazzle. They got Nick Batum.
Yeah, Nick Batum's still playing. I know his old bud's still playing.
Bro, like he's a decent role player in swingman.
Evan Fournier, Evan Fournier.
Bro, I felt bad for Tatum and Tyrese, but then again, when you have guys like LeBron James, Joel Embiid, Bam, Anthony, Curry, Davis,
Booker.
Durant, Booker, those guys, Tatum's like, oh yeah, I should have probably played. When it's that close of a game, no, I'm not playing you. I would rather play Devin Booker than play you.
That's what everyone was saying. Like, everyone put in Tatum. I was like, once Tatum goes onto the court, you're gonna say pull his butt out in like a minute.
Yeah,
Because like Tatum's good, he just makes some dumb decisions.
yeah,
Like because I saw this one video. He didn't take an open shot, and then like he settled for a contested shot.
yeah. I saw
He
that.
don't take,
Yeah,
he
and then
took the dribble
yeah,
and like, he took it
and the
to
defender went with
for
him. I was like, what are you doing?
a shot. It was just like
Yeah, but the defender went with him. I was like, where are you going? They had the open shot. Now you want what are you trying to prove here? Like, but I thought Ants looked great for Team USA. I thought he looked great for them so far. Because he's understanding that like he's not the main focus. He's realized it's LeBron, it's Curry, KD. Like he's been passing it. He'll take his shots when he wants to, and I thought that's been great. I got 10 minutes left, so let's real quick, we're gonna jump to the NFL.
Well,
And
speaking of the NFL, so I did get a notification the Cowboys just did a trade with Minnesota.
oh no. It
So
cannot be not
The
another
Cowboys just
Herschel Walker
landed
trade.
Andrew Booth Jr. and we gave up Nashawn Wright to the Vikings for a former second round cornerback. Yeah, for Andrew Booth Jr.
Oh, so that's not that bad.
So it's not that bad. I mean, Nashawn Wright's good. He's 6'4". He's tall for a cornerback.
We need corners. We had no good corners.
I mean, okay, speaking for Minnesota, I know we're going to football now, but JJ McCarthy, what I've been seeing,
He's good.
yeah, he gonna be good for y'all.
And apparently Sam Darnold's been wowing the the press and the coaches in it during training camp. Like he's been really good during training camp. I think that's what we've needed is a powerful arm. The only reason I don't like Sam is because mainly his past history with being trash, and the fact that you could say, well, you could argue, yeah, he didn't have any good receivers when he was in with the Jets, or he didn't have any good receivers when he was with the Panthers. Granted, he did have DJ Moore, but
It
I don't.
wasn't.
It's DJ Moore. He's got JJ now. He's got Hawkinson. He's got Addison. He's got weapons. It's how you use them. I don't think we still don't have a good running back, unfortunately. Which has been
Yeah,
that we haven't had a good running back since AP.
Dalvin Cook. Well, questionable up and down, but
Like
yeah.
he like Cook has had like two or three good seasons for us when he like from like 2017 to 2019 he was good. And then 2020 hit and he wasn't as good anymore. Like CJ Ham, for whatever reason, CJ Ham outplayed him sometimes. I'm like, it's CJ Ham.
Who?
Exactly. It's CJ Ham. Like, come on. And then oh my god. And then we got rid of him for the sexier option. And I like how I saw a thing that said Darnold and no, I think it said McCarthy and JJ will not be playing in their preseason game.
Preseason.
I'm like, they better not. Like, I
Yeah,
understand if you want to give him one or two snaps, that's fine, but don't start. I don't need JJ injured. I need him.
'cause he's gonna be day one starter. That's for sure. I think that's a tough decision. I mean, I don't
I
want.
would start Darnold. No, I would rather start Darnold because I would rather see Darnold get injured by week 4.
Damn, Rufus.
Well, from someone that has had to go through Christian Ponder.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Oh wait, we had Ponder, right? Yeah, we had Ponder.
Kirk Cousins.
Cousins is okay. He was fine. We knew he was going to get injured eventually. Sam Bradford. We gave up. Hold on a second. Let me remember this. We gave up like 3 firsts for Sam Bradford, and we went 6-0 in the first 6 weeks. Then we dropped the next 8 of the next. Yeah, we dropped the next 8, I believe. No, we dropped the next 6 of 8. We went 8-6 that year, and we missed the playoffs with Sam Darnold. I mean, not Sam Darnold. Sam Bradford. I remember this. You can't go to like okay. So like I remember a Dallas fan. I think you were with me at this time. We were watching a Cowboys game or something. No, we were watching a UNT football game. I remember this. And our mutual friend Will was just like, dude, I don't know if anyone's been through more pain than the Cowboys. And I swear to God, I was like, try making 4 Super Bowls and losing.
That's
Try having a 15-1 season, and then you lose in the divisional round because your kicker can't make a field goal. Imagine having two of the greatest weapons in Dante Culpepper and Randy Moss and not winning the thing with them. You don't know pain. Pain runs through Vikings fans' veins. Same thing with Buffalo Bills fans. I think Buffalo Bills fans are even worse off because you guys made
yeah.
4 straight. You guys haven't made a Super Bowl since Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
Browns fans have it way worse. I mean, Browns fans just plain suck. The Browns haven't been good since Baker Mayfield's been there. Oh, but we have Deshaun Watson now. Listen, don't let Deshaun. He's not good. Oh, well,
Anymore.
it's just off-field rust. No, it's not. He sucks.
Yeah, this is gonna be like the first like NFL season I'm not really looking forward to. Even my whole family's not really looking forward to it.
Well,
Like,
you heard about the CD extension? That's not getting done.
cause like I don't like whenever the media misleads the
Well,
quotes.
Jerry said it himself. He's not in a rush to get it done, which I wouldn't be either.
He said like they're making progress, but like there's no urgency right now.
Did you see
Some
CD?
people say like they twisted it a little
Yeah,
bit.
they did. They always do. Max Kellerman is. I hate Max Kellerman. He's terrible.
I don't
But
think he's. I mean, it's like some other like sports like ESPN writers something like because like,
well,
but with
yeah,
all
but
like
they also I saw the tweet that CD posted where he was like,
LOL.
yeah, he's like, whoa. I'm like, oh, okay, good, nice. Like, I'm like, that tells me that CD is. Listen, okay, worst case scenario, you got to trade CD. Go get a comparable player, or at least get like draft picks so you can get like a better wide receiver. I saw one that someone said CD straight up for Jamar Chase. That's not a bad trade. You get Jamar. I would say Jamar's faster than CD, but he's not. His hands aren't as good as CD's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're
I'm
kind of the same
50
player.
on that trade. I mean, as much as I like Chase's game,
Yeah,
I was like,
it's
I
not
don't know.
CD.
It's not CD though.
What about Brendan Ayuk?
I
That's not a bad trade either. I mean, if you can get okay, here's my fantasy trade. Ayuk and a third for CD because you're not going to get a first or a second
you're
with
giving
Ayuk.
weapons to a rival. That'd be not good. I mean,
I
because
could see it happening though.
I, I don't want it to happen.
I
Like
know,
during
but I'm just saying if they don't get an
everyone's gonna
extension,
go get some pitchforks and knives and go all the way up to Dallas and Arlington and be like, hey,
but
what the heck
I
going
I
on?
can see I can see Jerry's reluctance to do this. I can see why he doesn't want to pay him the big bucks. I get it. I understand because
Same
if
with
you
Dak, and then like his contract is going up. I was like,
they're not going to extend him unless he takes him to the Super Bowl and wins it. He's not getting extended. I'm sorry, I just don't see it.
and like what sucks, Dak gets like much unneeded hate.
Yes.
So like it's kind of forced because he plays for the Cowboys, but at the same time,
As much as I like crapping on the Cowboys, I will agree he's a little gets a lot of hate that he doesn't
I hate
deserve.
it because like he's a good quarterback. I mean, like is he?
He's
Is he
good.
kind of
He's good when
like
he has talent around him.
yeah?
If you put him in a team like the Panthers, I don't think he's. I think any quarterback that goes to the Panthers doesn't succeed.
Okay, what's crazy? The only like playoff game I truly like blame him for was the game against the 49ers in that 2021 playoffs.
Yep,
There was we oh
I know,
PTSD.
I know, I know.
No, it was just like there was no reason why we shouldn't have lost that game, especially against a 49er team.
Oh yeah,
It was like there was that we had too much talent. And it's just like why? And then we probably would have played Tampa. And it was crazy like that same season, whenever we lost to Tampa that in week one, Dax
yep.
straight up told Tom Brady, like, we'll see you
No,
again.
no, you won't.
Oh,
And well, all
yeah.
right. Well, I think that's all the time we got for. We have less than a minute. I don't know how much time I got left, but Trey, again, thank you for this episode. We'll try to do more as we go on. Probably next Friday we'll have more content. I try to get this edited as fast as possible. We'll throw up a couple shorts, maybe. See how it goes. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us on this one.
Thank you, thank you.
We finally have cameras. Surprising.
Yeah, I got cameras. Let's go.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.